All right, so good afternoon. Happy Friday, the start of a long weekend. We are very excited in the first year experience to continue with our social Fridays, which are held pretty much every Friday from 2 to 3 p.m., especially during the first semester for our incoming students. And this week's topic, we are going to be welcoming Dr. Caruso, who is from the art department. And Dr. Caruso is going to be talking to us about, and please correct me if I get this wrong, but the art of Frida Kahlo, expressions of struggles and triumph. And so this follows the life of one of the world's greatest female artists. I was pretty taken back when I was reading Dr. Caruso's bio, although I've been a colleague of Dr. Caruso's for a number of years now. Her accolades are pretty impressive. So she's lectured at Harvard, Yale, Columbia, Princeton, Vassar, NYU, Dartmouth, and SUNY New Paltz, just to name a few, not so fancy schools, right? She's published a lot of research articles and art reviews in the Journal of Aesthetic Education, International Journal of Multicultural Education as well. In addition to that, she has also presented at exhibitions all over the country, and she has a wealth of knowledge to share with us. And I understand that she is very excited to talk to you about this amazing female artist today. So without further ado, let's welcome Dr. Caruso.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Now I'm going to, Noelle, can I go to the share screen? Do I do that?
Yes, I think you are co-host, so you should have the ability to do that. Yeah.
So everybody, I'll start to show my slides. Just a second. All right.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm going to bring way up. Okay. This is a social hour for first year experiences student. Title of this presentation is Art of Frida Kahlo, Struggles and Triumph in Surrealism. Before I start to talk about her, just a short introduction. Currently, I am teaching at the Molloy College, History of Art, Western Art History, and History of Western Art 2, Woman and Art, and Asian Art, plus Studio Art, 2D design, drawing and painting, watercolor, printmaking, senior thesis project. So my presentation and my research and my exhibition experience all tied together. So today I selected Frida Kahlo. She is outstanding, one of the world's best Spanish artists, Mexican artists. So I'm going to cover her background first. Frida Kahlo was born 1907 near Mexico City, Coyoacán. Her father, Guillermo Kahlo, was German. So, German father, he immigrated to Mexico and met a woman named Matilda. Frida's mother, Matilda Gonzalez, was a devout Catholic. Of primary, she was indigenous as well as Spanish descent. So her mother's background, devout Catholic, and the father's background as a white man, impact on her entire life and art expression. That's why I'm giving her background right now. At age 6, Kahlo contracted polio. Yes, polio. And when she was 18 years old, that is 1925, she had major streetcar accident. So after that accident, she had to stay in the hospital and couldn't move. It was tremendous large car accident. So during that time, she couldn't do anything else. She was very bored, so she started to paint. So then made her to take painter's direction. So her self-portrait, you are going to see many, 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 became dominant part of her life. When she was young, she heard and she approached and she met very famous Mexican painter, Diego Rivera. You are looking at the man, Diego Rivera. She was interested in him. So she approached him first and asked a question. Can you give me help? I want to take an art direction. Of course, he saw her work and recognized Frida's talent and said, of course, I want to help you. So he encouraged Frida Kahlo's development as an artist. And slowly, they began their intimate relationship. They married in 1929. Of course, Frida's mother said, no, no, no. But they said, who cares? I'm getting married. You're looking at the nice picture. Look at the size. Oh, this man, very famous man, but size of the body also very large. Yes, so Frida Kahlo painted based on their picture. Can you see husband? Size is big, and he is holding brush and palette that tells his professional identity. Look at the shoes. Let's look at the color. Red color shawl, green color, that is a contrasting color, and very tiny feet. Yes, this was beginning of their relationship, but you wait. They'll have a lot of conflict. And he was 20 years older than Frida. This is a major works. Oh, look at this. Very, very interesting work. And very large size, as you can tell. Title of this work is To Frida, self-portrait. And as you can see, very powerful, extremely originality, extreme, I'll say high quality and originality. That is the strength of her work. So Kahlo married a very famous mural painter Diego Rivera, and they had a stormy relationship. In this picture, you are looking at the Mexican heritage and identity through Frida Kahlo's clothing. Traditional custom of a Zapotec woman, that is a southern part of Mexico. I've been there, Oaxaca twice, 3 times. Isthmus of Tehantepec, yeah, well-known Zapotec woman, showed more freedom and economic independence, that area woman. So she was very proud of that clothing. But look at this. Let's look at the right side that Frida is wearing green dress. Look at her hand. She is holding tiny size, small portrait of Diego. That's a husband. 2 Fridas connected by the hands. Second, you can see connected by bloodline, artery. But her heart, extracted the heart. Heart is sticking out from her body. Why she did that? She wanted to show her pain and love and dramatized of her loneliness. So Kahlo, separation, divorce from Rivera was a form of absolute death. White dress, her identity, Mexican, that indigenous background identity. So as you can see, her work shows life and death, living and dying, opposite force. Very, very original work. Kahlo's traditional clothing emphasized Mexican heritage. You are looking at a 1946 photo in New York City by also well-known artist Nicholas Murray. That's the guy later she will have an affair. This shows her Mexican heritage and identity, yet traditional custom of a Zapotec woman. She was extremely proud of that background. Look at this beautiful clothing, beautiful headdress with a flower. You can see clearly her work. Time to time, later you see also surrealism influences are very, I'll say a lot, quite a lot. However, she want to deny that. She said she had a little bit political side. She with her husband Rivera became a driving force of a Mexican movement. That is a political movement. They want to show they are very proud of Mexican culture, not Spanish influence from Europe. So she started to wear more and more traditional Mexican costumes and braided hair with that special flower and special jewelry to identify with the indigenous Mexican culture. This kind of painting and this is a photo reflects her national pride. 1940, Frida Kahlo painted this. Very honest work. Her work reveals psychological response to adversity. Braided hair with the flowers, bloody thorn necklace, jewelry. Remember, she had a car accident too, and she had a polio. Extremely strong impact on her life. By the way, when you look at this picture, can you see her earring? Yeah, hand earring. Do you know who gave that earring? Very, very famous artist, Pablo Picasso. Yeah. Do you know why? Husband connection. Remember, husband was extremely famous at that time. She was la less known artist. It was like, oh, Rivera wife. But more stories coming. On 1940, while she was in San Francisco, husband was making mural in San Francisco, US. Diego and Frida remarried. They were back and forth, marriage, divorce, marriage. And she learned that father died. She came back to Mexico. Now in this picture, you don't see beautiful braided hair, that flower piece. She's only wearing black dress. Means she's going through mourning. And can you see the parrot bird? Parrot also died. So this image is about the grief and sadness. Again, you can see the black dress representing death. Background shows a lot of insects and tree life. Contrast image. Then you say, I'll say, why parrot? Many birds, but why parrot? Aha, Kahlo had her own bird. She loved to have animals. Okay, that's one real photo and one is picture. So art, when you look at it's more than pretty work, means a lot. We have to crack the code. That's what we are doing, everybody. Art shows, it has a visual language, everybody. It has a hidden meaning. Let's crack this image. What Frida Kahlo trying to say through this image? Why monkeys. Why black cat? Why she's wearing the thorn branches and that hummingbird? Oh, we have to crack that code now. All right. Kahlo, by the way, taught herself how to paint. She didn't get like a college and a fancy degree, everybody. She taught herself. And painting itself became act of ritual. She's trying to recover her pain, inner pain and physical pain, both. Do you know what? 1939, she had her own affair. Yes, but later story coming, husband had an affair too. Yes, so she was heartbroken and lonely. During this time, she painted this. Then we have to say, why monkey and why monkey? Yes, she had her own pet monkeys. That's right, almost like her baby, her friend. That's why it's the self-portrait, everybody. And she loved the animal. I guess it was very lonely. Then you have to see the insect above her head. Can you see the mouse and a little insect? And can you see the green color tree leaves? Represent life and insect flying, freedom. But when you look at lower part, monkey black color, cat black color, oh, instead of a beautiful hummingbird, dark black dead hummingbird, death. See, opposite meaning, life and death. And her pain, you can tell, blood drip, drip. Yes, 1940. Actual painting, that's a photograph. And husband, I know they remarried. And divorce is coming. So here is, she took a picture, 1943. Everybody, when painters start to paint, they do not finish immediately. Some artists finish within a month. Sometimes it takes 1 year. This painting took 3 years after divorce. Oh, look at this one. What's going on? Frida Kahlo self-portrait, chopped, cropped hair. Yes, Frida Kahlo, her hair very short. After divorce from the Diego Rivera, she depicted herself wearing very large size men's clothing, men's suit and crimson shorts. Look at hairstyle, masculine haircut. But her hand, face, neck shows very tiny, small, delicate. Opposite again, and Carlos holding scissors in one hand, another hand hold the hair. But let's go way up top section. Can you see music note? That music, very special music. That music is Mexican folk song. What kind of a Mexican folk song? According to research, when translated that song, look, if I love you, it was because of my hair. Now that you are without hair, I don't love you anymore. That's the song. So Kahlo made a portrait to mourn the absence of her ex-husband. She really, really loved him. You know, he was very unfaithful. He was very successful, famous artist. So Hollywood woman or any woman just grabbing him. And you know, she had a physical pain. Yeah. One more story. Can you see this picture? Frida Kahlo herself, men's clothing. Yeah. So Frida had a little bit kind of a bisexuality. I guess she had that quality too. Okay, let's look at this powerful work, 1944. Title of this work is Broken Column, Frida Kahlo. Yes, we can feel her pain. Look at her spine, open spine. You can see shadow of the stone column. You can see it. Let's look at the nail. Oh my God, punctured the whole skin, recalling the painful effect of a crucifixion. Look at her face, silent tears coming down. Look at the background, sky, no sunlight. Background almost like a desert, dead place. Hopeless, hopeless. That's what she was trying to say. This was her self-image. Very, very original work. Very powerful. Do you know, 1934 through 1940, they had unbelievable, terrible relationship. And the husband, famous artist, Diego Rivera, had an affair with her sister too. Totally unacceptable. I guess that's why she had an affair with that another famous Hungarian photographer. Yeah, so that really hurt her self-esteem. Everybody, we go through low self-esteem time too. Me too, Caruso too. We go through painful time. No matter what, who, I believe everybody going through this kind of a painful time. Especially look at us. Everybody in the same boat under this terrible COVID time. Do you know? That's why I selected Frida Kahlo. No matter what, everybody, today's audience, I'm so thankful that you are spending with me and professors and Deborah's. I'm very honored. That reason why I selected this artist, because we are going through pain. This woman was going through pain, just a different issue. You are looking at orthopedic leather corset, prosthetic leg that Frida Kahlo had to deal with her physical pain plus mental pain. We all around the world, people going through mental pain. Some family went through physical pain, but look at where she is now, everybody. World, one of the greatest artists, conquer the pain. Look at this work. Small size, not much bigger than usual your notebook. That's right. Even smaller than our laptop, it's small. But look at this. Now, Frida Kahlo, you can see tears. Now Frida Kahlo's hair is no longer braid and opened. Of course, her husband, Diego Rivera, in center of her mind. That's why in the center, in her head. But Diego has now 3 eyes. Who knows why 3 eyes? Maybe he's looking at so many different women. I don't know. But I want to tell you, latest CNN news, in this October, they Sotheby put the advertisement selling this in auction. My God, guess how much they are selling this work, everybody? 1 million? I wish I can sell mine. I'll be overjoyed. $7 million? That was a long time ago, $7-8 million, many of her work. Today, this October, CNN reported, say, 30 $30 million, everybody. By the way, 1949, only 5 years later, she died. So this painting was near death time. She painted. So 1951, she was very, very sick. So she went to the hospital. By the way, I'm almost done my presentation. So here is while she was in bed, 1951. Only a few years later, she died. So she painted this. She had overall 30 operations during lifetime and became very seriously ill. End of her life. In the hospital, she stayed. And that doctor, she's showing, thank you, doctor. Thank you. Thank you. So this painting meant Mexican retablo. That's almost like a devotional painting, like a Jesus painting, or Maria's like a picture. Yes, yes, like a praying. Yes. So 1954, she died. Yeah. So today, her intensely autobiographical artwork is critically acclaimed, and around 50-something she died. So here is my final thoughts. If you have your question, you can ask after this. I'll conclude my presentation. Frida Kahlo once said, I paint myself because I'm often alone and I am the subject I know best. You know, it's her own personal experiences, not from imagination, but her personal experiences, including her marriage, her miscarriage. Yes, she was pregnant, but she did abortion, and her many, many operations. Kahlo's works are characterized by their portrayals of pain. 55 self-portrait, so very symbolic portrait painting represent her physical, psychological wound. And she insisted, remember, she insisted that I never painted a dream like a surrealist artist. I painted my own reality. Kahlo was influenced by indigenous Mexican culture and Christian, and her Jewish father background matters. Yeah, she combined elements of the classic religious Mexican tradition with European surrealist renderings. Thank you so much. So do I stop and share, Noelle?
Yes, absolutely. So first, thank you so much. That was a very exciting presentation. Lots of information that really kind of goes into the whole mind of Frida, which was amazing. So your insight is truly, expert on it. So thank you so much for sharing that wealth of knowledge. So so now what we do is we open it up to for questions from students, from from anything that they might have, I guess, even ranging from art in the art department as well as the presentation here today. So feel free to unmute yourselves and ask, or type in the chat and we can relay them to Dr. Caruso. Yes, Grace said that. Thank you. This was very interesting. So thank you, Grace.
I have a question.
Sure.
Yes.
It's Leanna. Do you think that Frida, like her way of expressing her art was through her emotions, going through her divorce and getting back together with Diego Rivera constantly? Do you think that that had an effect on her artwork? I mean, I know she made a few pieces of artworks and different portraits that gave some type of message, but would you say that her emotions definitely had a big effect on her artwork?
Yes, I think so. She had many experience. I think she was even if she didn't meet the Diego Rivera, I'm sure she will still have physical pain, right? Because when she was young, she had polio. That's why she was wearing long dress to cover up. One leg is a little bit shorter than other leg, so she had already physical pain and then psychological pain because of that psychological pain came later after, especially any woman going through so even though if we are not married, we still have a boyfriend girlfriend relationship, even though small relationship. Sometimes we fell in love each other, but sometimes if that doesn't work, we move on to new life, new relationship. Feelings hurt each other, but that's part of life. And for the Frida, because her personality, I guess she was more to her and hanging on to her husband quite a lot. So emotional relationship, I think that definitely had impact on her artistic relationship. But she also gained through husband not only negative experience of affair and divorce. She actually met extremely famous artist through husband. She traveled to Europe and met very famous surrealist artist. And look at it, even she met Pablo Picasso. And she visited in Manhattan while husband was painting in US mural painting. He was getting paid very well. And how about San Francisco and Hollywood? Because he stayed in the California area, so they had a connection with the Hollywood people. Well, any Hollywood people woman could have him too. Yeah, so she not only painful experience, but also I'm sure positive career direction too. Yes, and definitely extremely powerful work. Thank you, Rena. You asked a question.
I have a question.
Yeah.
About so was Pablo Picasso able to relate with Frida Kahlo through both of their artworks? Like, were they able to relate to each other on like an artistic ability?
I think, it's just like any society, any relationship. Me as a part of studying and practicing artists, many hours spent in the studio alone. So sometimes we do not want any relationship, but after you make work, how do I present my hard work to the public? Then we have to get in touch with the gallery owner and the rich people, and because they well connected and they are the one who will spend the money, and also artist group. How do we meet the artist group? Because word of mouth, and when you go museum, you look at it, one day I want to meet this artist. So remember Diego Rivera, already very established artist. So he had a connection with Europe, and Diego Rivera also had a connection. It had even Russia, one of the very politically connected men. Even they visited Mexico. He visited Mexico, stayed with Carlos and Rivera at home. Yes.
That's
so
cool.
so I have no doubt they had a coffee or tea, anything. Yes, I'd like to have those kind of relations. That's
Yeah,
something.
almost like such an amazing relationship. Yeah.
Oh yes, yes,
Thank you.
yes. So not one side help, always go both sides. I haven't known that Pablo Picasso. Remember Spanish, Pablo Picasso is a Spanish greatest artist. So, his language is Spanish language, and then Mexico is a dominant culture, is Spanish. I've been in Mexico. So don't you think that's automatically like a connection? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank
that
you
makes
for-
some sense. It's cultural connection. Yeah, not only professional connection and identity connection.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Doctor,
Yes, Deborah.
what made you choose Frida today for the students?
Yes. I thought about. I said, when as soon as I got the word from Noelle and Deborah yourself, so I didn't do in the past because I did not know exists. So I was so happy that you publicly announced. So I said, yes, I want to do. So I thought about many different directions. Which artists do I select for presentation? Then I said, I think it was at home that COVID time. I am going through myself, lonely, stuck at home in this room that you are looking at. So I said, I thought about students. I want to make a connection. I am saying, if as a professor, I'm at home, students are going through the same thing. We are facing same enemy outside that we cannot see. So I said, all right, I want to look at the struggle. Then another reason, I said, who? Oh, Frida. Yes, I love different culture, but Frida's that triumph, pain, but we sometimes anybody, one day we will face triumph. Somehow, if we have one opposite, we'll face the another. So I said, I'm going to select her. Plus, I also teach women and art every fall season. And I don't know, can I say this? But I'm going to brag, successful. And I heard from students, they loved. Many students didn't know woman can be that powerful. Woman can express such painful issue. Many students, didn't know. So I said, wow, this woman will be perfect for this time. So Deborah, I selected this. And latest one that only 2-3 days ago, when I saw CNN News, wow, $30 million selling. Now, by the way, everybody, I almost forgot. Do you know one of her triumph? Now, husband is much less important. Frida Kahlo conquer the world. Yes. Yes. Frida Kahlo is even more, much more successful artist now. Yes, triumph, everybody. Yeah.
I love that. I love your passion for it.
Yes. Yes. So it's inspiring me. So I want to inspire my Molloy student. You.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Does anybody else have any questions for Dr. Caruso?
Okay. So
All right.
not only art history, yeah, also teach studio art, and anytime I'm welcome. So thank you so much, Noelle and
Thank you.
Deborah and student.
Yes, absolutely. We have to do a giveaway. So Deb, do you have names? Oh, you're on mute. I hear you through the door because you're next to me.
Yes, we do.
All right. So do you want Dr. Caruso to pick a number?
Yes,
okay.
Dr. Caruso, can you pick a number from 1 through 3?
Oh, there should be more than that. Oh, no.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I have, hold on.
Not everyone put their name in the chat. Oh, I
Have
think,
everybody put their name in the chat right now.
yeah,
All right, hold on. Let me just do a quick.
Yep, they're coming. They're coming. I was like, I know we got more than 3 people here today. We should have 12 if you want to be considered for the giveaway.
Yes, we have about 13 now, Dr. Cutter. So Dr. Caruso, can you please choose a number between 1 and 14?
She's muted. You're muted, Dr. Caruso.
Okay, so I'll just pick any number, right? 1 through 14. Yes, I'll call the number 1. How many do I call, please? How
3.
many? 3.
3.
Okay, 3. I'll select the number 1, 8, 12.
1, 8, and 12. Okay, the first winner of our Malloy swag is Grace Dubell.
Yay, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm so excited now. Yay.
And the second winner is Alexa Burke. Is Alexa online?
Yes, thank you.
Great. And the last winner for today is,
As Moses Alfonso.
oh yes, we have a recurring winner. See what happens when you come to multiple social hours, you win multiple gifts.
And I
Thank
Yay,
you.
see that
Moses. Yes.
Dr. Cutter, I see that Joshua Phillip is on.
Josiah,
today.
Josiah, yes.
Josiah.
Uh-huh.
Josiah, you won the last swag and you
Yes.
haven't stopped into our office yet.
He did. No, he did. He came, I think he came Monday. You weren't here, so I gave him, I swagged him up.
I was working from home. Okay, all
Yes.
right, very good.
Absolutely. Thank you.
right, so-
So we will have your party gifts and Sienna 106, which is where our office is located. So come on by. We'll be putting together some swag bags. I don't know if they'll be in bags anymore, but some swag packages for you to take home and enjoy. As always, thank you everyone for joining us on a Friday and learning a little bit about our Malloy community. That's what we're all about here at Malloy. It's always a pleasure to see your black boxes, but some of you did come off, so thank you. And of course, thank you to our speaker today, Dr. Caruso from the art department, for
Thank
sharing
you.
your joy and sharing your passion and letting us learn a little bit more about things that maybe we've never heard of before. So it was absolutely wonderful to have you on today.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you. You explained everything very well and clearly. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's the best feedback
You're
a professor
welcome.
can get.
Thank
No
you.
problem.
Everyone have a wonderful extra long weekend, and I'll see many of you on Tuesday. But enjoy the weekend.
Bye.
Thank you.
Enjoy your weekend.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.